Scene 10, go!
Hi, my name is Kerry Caldwell and this is Zia Cooking. I am so excited and glad you could join me today. I've always wanted to share my delicious recipes with all my friends and family, and now I can, because Zia Cooking is the place where we're going to come together, we're going to learn more about cooking, and I am going to share with you all the amazing stories that I've learned from my family, from my ancestors, from our heritage. We'll be talking about recipes from northern New Mexico all the way to southern New Mexico. Zia Cooking is where it's at. We're gonna get together, we're gonna share recipes, we're gonna have fun, and we are gonna bring dinner to the table. Hey cooking fans, welcome back to Zia Cooking. I'm glad you guys could be here today. I want to share with you an exciting recipe, and of course all my recipes are exciting, but I want to share with you a way to make chicken. Now chicken is really something that you find in a lot of Mexican restaurants. They say add prepared or shredded chicken. But nobody ever really talks about how we're going to prepare the shredded chicken. So I want to show you how to make a New Mexico shredded chicken that is going to be delicious, that you can pull apart. You can use for tacos, burritos, tostadas, enchiladas, nachos, flautas. The list goes on. Don't forget the taquitos too. This recipe is going to start with some boneless, skinless chicken. And I went ahead and I did a combination of two types of meat today. We're going to use a boneless, skinless chicken thigh, and we're going to use chicken breast. And I started with a little bit of olive oil in my Dutch oven, and we're going to go ahead and start this chicken going now. Now, what we're first going to do is we're going to braise it, or start with the browning process. I'm going to lay our chicken in there. So we're going to go ahead and use a combination, kind of a pollo guisado, where we're going to stew it with some vegetables, but we're going to go ahead and get the nice brown on there first. And I like to keep it simple with the chicken, so we're going to go ahead and just use some garlic salt and some pepper. Let's go ahead and add that in there now. The next step we're going to do while our chicken is braising is we're going to create a delicious salsa to put over the top to flavor the chicken. Today I'm going to be using hatch green chili, and of course hatch green chili looks like this, but I've already went ahead and roasted it, peeled it, and it's chopped and it's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and add that directly to our blender now. We're going to be adding some spicy tomato sauce. I like to add tomato when I'm using chicken because it has a natural acidic blend that helps tenderize the chicken. And today we're going to add in, and coarsely chop, some of this delicious white onion. And you see it just goes in there real easy. And the last ingredient, of course, are going to be some fresh tomatoes. And these we just need to quarter or half. You don't have to be too gentle or specific with those because our blender is going to do all the heavy work for us today. We'll go ahead and add those in now. And let's go ahead and mix this up. Here we go. Now that we have this chicken braised and we made our delicious salsa, what I'd like to do is go ahead and add it right directly into the pan. I'm going to go ahead and turn these over. Oh, these are just so delicious. So we're going to add in the salsa that we just created in our blender. We're going to add that directly in. And the next thing we're going to add is a little less than 1 cup of chicken stock or chicken broth. I'm going to go ahead and stir that together. We're going to put the top back on and let this cook for an additional 15 minutes while we prepare the topping for our tacos. Then we'll shred this and I'll show you how easy it is to put together. All right, while our chicken is braising, I want to go ahead and create a delicious crispy slaw for us to put on top of our tacos. This comes together really quick, and you can use this for a variety of different items, but I just love it on fish tacos, I love it on chicken tacos. So today I'm going to use a little bit of cabbage, and we're going to slice this up thin like we're making a slaw. And these colors are beautiful. I like a little extra pack of crunch when it comes to making tacos. And this is a great way to encourage people to eat a little more vegetables while you're inside as well. Inside, outside, wherever you find yourself eating these tacos. Now we're gonna add in a little bit of purple onion. Purple onion is a nice little kick as well because it adds a little bit of sweetness with that tang of onion. And I'm gonna boost that up a little and add in some of this delicious radish. Now, I'm not a big radish fan on its own, but when I see it mixed up and it's added in with the sugar and the other ingredients that we're going to be putting in there today, like our apple cider vinegar, you'll find that it really adds that special kick to these tacos. Now, I'm a little bit chop happy today. You can see I'm flying these vegetables out in every direction. But you want to make sure that you have plenty to share with your family when you're creating these tacos. And again, I like a nice, coarse, rustic crunch on these. And when you're making a large batch, of course, you can use all that we have out here. But for today's tacos, we're just making a nice small batch to share with these individual tacos that we made today. I like to add in a little bit of carrot. Now, a lot of people don't think about adding carrot to a slaw, but I simply just use the large hole of my grater and I add it in there just for a little bit of extra color and taste. Look at the mess I'm making in this kitchen. I'm gonna have so much fun cleaning it up, but I'm gonna have more fun eating the tacos. So it's all gonna be okay. So looking at that there, let me grab a quick spoon, stir this up. You can see as the slaw came together, I'm adding a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and that is just gonna put a little fresh punch on those vegetables there. And we're gonna add a little bit of sugar just to bring it all together. Now look at this. Now the final ingredient in this big massive pile you can see of these vegetables that I'm working with today is we are gonna add in some fresh jalapeno. But I'm gonna go ahead and just tear it up or coarsely chop it. And I'm not gonna stir it into the actual slaw. I'm gonna go ahead and just let it sit and hang out on top while we bring our chicken together.
It's not jalapeno, man.
There you guys go. I've been talking about so many vegetables. Thank goodness for my production crew today, or I'd be having us make egg rolls. You're right. We were
go Kerry, go Kerry. All right.
All right, now that our chicken has been cooking for 15 minutes, I know it's ready to go. So I'm gonna remove it from our pan and I'm gonna shred it here. And while I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn up our salsa and the broth that it's been cooking in to a high while I shred the chicken so it can reduce and get a little thicker. Oh my gosh, this is smelling delicious. It looks great. I'm gonna use my ulu, which is a nice tool that my son brought for me from Alaska. And these are very sharp. I'm gonna go ahead and roughly coarsely chop on this chicken here. And you can see as we're shredding it and pulling it apart, it's so tender. The fork is doing almost all of the work for us here today. Oh, it's delicious. The reason that we like to cook this in a pollo guisado or a asado style of cooking is that we like to get the chicken to infuse all of these natural vegetables. We've got the chili, we've got the tomatoes, and those are gonna make a really flavorful blend of chicken. And while I'm shredding this chicken, let's go ahead and get these tortillas started on the comal. Today, I am using a white corn tortilla so that we can put these together street style. And when I say street style, what I really mean we're gonna do is we're gonna chop it, use our chopped slaw that we made earlier, and we're gonna use some fresh queso, which today we're using a queso fresco. You can also use a panela, or you can use a Chihuahua cheese if you prefer. But the reason that we're gonna use this type of cheese is it gives a nice, very good blend. It really enhances the chicken, and it's not too overpowering or pungent, so it's a perfect chicken to choose for this meal. Look at this. It looks delicious. Now, as our salsa is reducing, I'm gonna go ahead and add this back in and coat the chicken in that delicious salsa, and then I'm gonna build these tacos and we're gonna take a big bite. All right, now that I've finished shredding or tearing apart, chopping, pulling apart our chicken, we're gonna go ahead and add it back to that delicious salsa that we made so that everything can get coated with these delicious vegetables. Production crew, can you get that out of my way for me? Thank you. Now, what I'd like to share with you is how to prepare the perfect tortilla for a taco. So I added the white corn tortillas to my comal, and I have it. A comal is a griddle. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, you can use a cast iron skillet, you can use a pan, but this is called a comal, and it's made specifically for using on a cooktop, and it's made out of the same cast iron you would find with a skillet. We're gonna go ahead and turn these. Some people like to use a spatula, but my fingers are well healed and well worn and ready to work with these tortillas. And as you can see, we started to get the little brown spots on there. The idea when creating these chicken tacos, when we're gonna make them street style, is that they stay soft, so they're still pliable so we can fold. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna take one of our tortillas now, and what I'd like to do is show you how delicious that this chicken came out. By putting it back in our sauce, you can see with all the green chili, the tomatoes, the onions, all of that was incorporated in there. And it coats the chicken. It makes a very, very nice, moist chicken with bite-sized, flavorful pieces. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add that onto our tortilla. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix in that cilantro and mix that into the slaw. And let's go ahead and add some of those crunchy vegetables. Look at that. That looks amazing. And you know, it's not a taco unless it's got cheese on it, so let's pile up a little bit of our queso fresco. Look at that. Now these are tacos. I love to just leave it just like this, have my family come in and they can build their own and make as many as they want. This is a wonderful meal you can enjoy for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. I can't wait to hear what you think about it. If you'd like to see me make something on an upcoming show, please let me know. And it's important you subscribe, give me some feedback, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye, my New Mexico cooking fans.